Whoa. What is up? What is up, everyone? Oh gosh, is there something on my face? Like, just brushed my teeth. I don't know if well, that's something there. What's going on, YouTube? What's up, everyone? Hopefully this stream works. There's no one in the stream yet. Wow, what a day! What a couple days that have passed by. I'm gonna let you guys write some stuff in the comments, and I'm gonna hang out first. Take us on an adventure. I wish I could. Oh, the string's working well. Great. I'm using the Wi-Fi at this hostel now. This hostel has like horrible internet, but if I go outside, I guess it works. I take it the router's like really close by here. What up, Paul? How is the ladies in Italy? Well, um, put it like this. A lot of people don't speak English here. I've just discovered that. Now, in the cities like Rome, people speak English, but I'm outside of Naples now, and like literally every time I go to a store, I have to use Google Translate. Like, people don't speak any English around here. What about the females? I'll be real. I haven't really. I've been talking to people, but I haven't like met like any chill people since I've been here. It's kind of like I would have to say Italy is like the most unusual country I've ever been to, or by far like the most unusual country. I don't mean that in a bad way. I just mean that in a real way. Like yesterday, like I'm staying in this town like right outside of Naples, and yesterday, gosh, cigarette smoke's crazy. And yesterday I was looking for like yeah, so I lost my train of thought here. So I'm standing outside of Naples, and yesterday I was looking for food. This is like 12 o'clock, maybe 12:30. I'm walking around looking for food, and I could not find one restaurant that was open. Like I was walking around maybe an hour and 20 minutes, not one restaurant open. Like no one selling food. Now I did see a lot of ice cream shops, no coffee shops, by the way. So I thought that was kind of interesting. I would imagine that there's no coffee shops here because it's so freaking warm all the time, especially in the middle of the day. In the middle of the day, you almost like have to take a nap because it's so freaking warm, yo. I'm pretty sure all these people are like listening to me right now. I don't care. I'm just gonna say whatever I want. I don't really care. Ever been to Brazil? I haven't been to Brazil. We need visas to go to Brazil. So that's one of those countries that is like just farther down the list. Like countries that require visas, excluding, places like China, Iran, Kenya, Tanzania. There's a handful of countries that I will go to with a visa, but a lot of countries that require visas, they're like sort of down my list just because it's just more preparation to go. If y'all watching this live stream and you don't want me to end this live stream in 2 minutes, hit that thumbs up right now. Hit that thumbs up, yo. Hit that thumbs up. Otherwise, I'm gonna just bounce out. I'm in Toronto. Toronto looks fun. Yeah. Oh, well, it's definitely a stunning day. I know it's gonna warm up like crazy. No, there's no Starbucks. I haven't even seen any coffee shops really here. You've been to France? I've been to France like 5 times. How long are you in Italy? I think I'm here too long. Like I'll be here for like I still have like weeks to go, and honestly, I'm just gonna be real. Like I'm kind of bored. No, I'm kind of bored. Like it's like literally in the daytime, like everything's closed unless you want to do touristy stuff. So when I was in Rome a couple days ago, I thought Rome was not my favorite place. It's just it feels like a tourist trap, like basically. Like the type of place that you just go to and everything there is just for tourists and there's nothing local anywhere. It's just like tourist, 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 tourist. And then this is high season on top of that. So it's like mad tourists. What's been your favorite Spanish speaking country? My favorite Spanish speaking country, definitely not Spain. Probably Costa Rica or Panama are my two favorite Spanish speaking countries. The reason why I say not Spain is I don't know. I just didn't have a really good time when I was in Spain. I've been to Spain twice, by the way, and both times were literally neither one. Both times I've been to Spain, they don't even stick out in my imagination because it just wasn't. It was just I don't know. It just wasn't like it just. I don't know. Some places you go and you remember the things that you do because you have so much fun. I don't remember anything I did in Barcelona or Spain, like anything. And I don't remember things. It's not the fact I don't remember things because I was partying all the time. It was just I didn't remember anything because I just didn't really do anything awesome. Didn't really meet any awesome people there. Um, just kind of one of those places. What up, Alex? Rome is definitely like a museum city. Like everything there is, the whole place is like a museum. And it's kind of like, I don't want to, let me think of the right words to put it, because you guys haven't seen my vlogs from Rome yet. But just like coming from England and going to Rome, it's like night and day, yo. Like it's really like night and day. Like it's like nothing like London. Like nothing like any place I've ever been to in the world. So I thought about going to Venice, but honestly, I'm thinking that I may not go to Venice just because of it's high season right now and there's so many tourists, and I would almost rather just like literally come back to Italy and go to Venice than to just go on this trip because I don't know. My planning was really off when I picked to come to Italy. Like I typically go to places on low season, and this is like crazy high season. What camera are you shooting this on? This is the iPad front camera. And what's up, Jermaine? Any tips on finding deals on Amtrak, on flights or Amtrak? Um, Amtrak is kind of difficult. I would say just like look like 2-3 weeks in advance. Amtrak, they kind of try to make their ticketing system like the airport, So they kind of make it so like if you book last minute, they charge you crazy amounts. But it hasn't always been that way for me. I've definitely found some good deals every once in a while. What are the pros of staying at a hostel? You can meet people. Hostels usually have kitchens. Like yesterday when I couldn't find food, after walking around, I just went to the grocery store and I got some Italian pasta, which was, I mean, it was Italian pasta anyway, but made pasta, and I was able to cook it in the kitchen at the hostel, which is pretty cool. Because honestly, if I did not have access to a kitchen, I don't know what I would have did yesterday. Like, I guess I would have just ate like chips and peanuts or something. Can you recommend hostels when someone is on a budget but don't want to meet other people, just staying with friends they already know? So you can totally do that. Like here in Italy, like I've noticed a lot of people, I haven't met many single travelers. It's all like groups, like 4 people, 5 people, 6 people, like couples. So you can definitely stay in a hostel and like not meet people. You can just stay in a hostel and just do your own thing. When are you getting yours? Oh, you must be talking about an electric skateboard. I haven't really been following the whole electric skateboard scene, but I have been checking the Boosted website, and I noticed that I guess the a lot of their boards are still 4 to 6 weeks on the shipping. Like, really? I think that's just hype on their website, yo. Like, really? I don't think that many people are buying electric skateboards from Boosted that it's gonna take that long to ship. Like I think it's literally hype on the website. Yeah, it was pretty sick yacht in Barcelona. Yeah, I'm almost at 50,000 subs, right? When am I going to Japan? Well, I'm definitely not going to Japan on this trip because Japan is pretty far away from Europe. That'd be a lot of. I don't even know how you would get to Japan from here. Would you go east or would you go west? You'd probably go east. What's the max range on them boards? What boards? Like I'm good with 10-mile range if you ask me. Ever going to Chiang Mai again? Maybe later this year. I'll go back to Chiang Mai. Maybe later this year. It's either settle down in the U.S. and stop traveling, or just keep traveling. So I think I'm just gonna keep traveling. It's 2 a.m. here. I know it's like 7. No, it's like 8 a.m. No, it's 9:13. Boosted board will go 10 miles. It'll go 10 miles on the extended range battery. Oh my gosh, like things that are like really annoying me about this place is whenever you find like a restaurant or find a place to eat, you typically have to sit outside and it's usually freaking hot outside. And there's always flies like everywhere. Like everywhere. Whenever I sit outside, there's always flies around like everywhere. Like you just gotta get used to it. Or I just gotta get used to it, but it's so annoying. So what else is going on? Anything else going on back in the U.S. that I'm missing out on? Or absolutely nothing? Like I feel like my life is like hella boring right now. Cause I'm not really, like, I don't know. I'm just not really doing much. Like Uber sucks. So I was actually looking at flights to go back to the U.S. I was trying to see how much it would be to switch my flight. Because like I like Italy, but it's it's very, very slow pace. I mean, I'm not gonna leave anytime soon. Someone did die like back home. That was kind of important. But for me to fly from here to Memphis would be like at least $1,200, and then I would lose all the flights that I've already booked. Gosh, these flies are so annoying. So I can sit out here, and if I sit out here, right now the sun is not fully up, so I still have shade. And then and the Wi-Fi works out here, but then if I go inside, it's crazy hot, and the Wi-Fi doesn't work, but there's no flies, and there's no one smoking cigarettes. So it's either like come outside where it's nice and cool for now, and have Wi-Fi, and battle the flies and the cigarettes, or go inside with no Wi-Fi and it's hot. And you guys get what I'm saying. High humidity in NYC. I have been following the weather in NYC. NYC is like a firecracker right now. Girls there, no, I haven't really like met really any like locals because, like I say, a lot of people don't speak English, and a lot of people are like, at least a lot of travelers that I meet, like they're traveling like couples and stuff like that. So I really haven't met like anyone. I mean, I've met like a few people, but some people invited me to go out and drink last night, but like, did not want to go out and drink last night. Tinder, I'm not even really doing the Tinder thing anymore. This is my thought about Tinder. I think Tinder is like a scam because I was testing Tinder out in London. I was testing Tinder out with someone. We were literally sitting next to each other. Like we were sitting next to each other and we were matched. So what I wanted to know was if I send you a message does Tinder delay that message? Like, does it delay it? Like, if I send you a message at 10:11, will you receive it at 10:11 or will you receive it hours later? Because ever since I've been traveling, I've noticed that, like, okay, when I was in Edinburgh, I'm on Tinder, and I get matched, right? So I like try to talk to people, and I'm noticing that like, dude, like no one's responding. So I would wonder, like, dude, is Tinder like delaying the response so that like are they delaying it? Because like as soon as I left Edinburgh, I went to Belfast, and as soon as I got to Belfast, all these people from Edinburgh were messaging me, and I'm wondering like maybe that's just what they do. So I'm in London, I'm sitting next to someone, and I message them. They don't get the message. Like literally, they don't get the message. Now, I don't know if they ever got it because we were like hanging out for maybe an hour, but within an hour time frame, they did not receive the message that I sent to them. So it makes me think that like maybe Tinder is set up in a way that like it's not as easy to meet people. Like I don't know. After figuring that out, I really can't use that site as much. Hi Jermaine, you're the best travel vlogger on YouTube. Oh, thanks. I just ordered the new Dual Tron Thunder. I have no idea what a Dual Tron Thunder is. So whatever that is, like maybe it has like a 50-mile range. Like I'm totally not into a 50-mile range. You're watching Jermaine have TV from Italy. Yeah, I'm from Italy. Alex, what happened to your scooter, Alex? No, so like my thing about Spain, I just didn't have a good time there. Like I didn't meet any cool people there. Like I feel that Spain is a country for like every country attracts different tourists, and I feel that Spain and me was just not a match. Like it, Spain seems to be like super bougie. Like if you ask me, at least Barcelona was like that. That's just I don't know. It just seems to be very. It seems to be like super uptight. And it kind of seems to be like my bad for talking about your country, but this is just someone who doesn't live there that's been there twice. Like it's not like I haven't been there because so many people like try to talk about a place and they've never been there. Like I've been there multiple times. And both times was the same way. And the food, I didn't really wasn't a big fan of the food, but I'm not blaming Spain for the food because I'm vegan and I understand that maybe every country don't cater to vegans, but I just wasn't a fan of the food. I'm right outside of Naples. Oh my gosh, dude. Naples is a trip. Naples and Rome are like, it's kind of like a San Francisco almost. Like you just see people running around doing everything. Like doing everything. That's why I had to get out of Rome. Like that's why I had to get, I didn't even stay in Naples a day. Like I'm like, yo, as soon as I like arrived to Naples, I was like, man, let's get on a train and let's leave Naples. Like this is just too much. It's just way too much. It was like crazy. Like I thought I was in some African village at some point in time. Like there was like a lot of African immigrants and everyone's like selling stuff. But it wasn't like Bali. It wasn't like people are like literally in your face like trying to like sell you stuff. But it's like everybody's selling stuff. And it once again, it felt like a tourist trap. Like when I'm walking around a city and I'm trying to find like the places that the locals would go, and I can't find that anywhere. That lets me know it's time to leave. Oh, I think I remember this guy lives in the UK. He's totally pissed off. Um, yeah, coffee shops in Italy. Yeah, I just said that there is no coffee shops in Italy. I wasn't like, you know, I was just saying there wasn't any coffee shops. I didn't mean that in a bad way. Instead of coffee shops, you see ice cream shops like everywhere. Like there's so many ice cream shops. Yes, I am traveling alone. Crazy cigarette smoke. You about to get a new scooter, Alex. You recommend good hip hop? From here, underground stuff. I don't really know of any. Honestly, I hear a lot of American music here. Like for real, like I hear a lot of American music. Even just walking down the street, like people, you know, you can hear their radio in their car. Like I hear a lot of songs that I'm familiar with. And once again, I like the English thing is not very. A lot of people don't speak English. Like every time I've had to order something. Now in Rome, it wasn't like that. People spoke English in Rome. Well, at restaurants, people usually spoke English. But here, how is the pizza? The pizza is freaking amazing, yo. Like literally the best pizza I've had. But it kind of it kind of makes sense. Like pizza's from Italy. Actually, pizza, I believe it was invented in Naples, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, this dude's like tripping out. I'm just gonna let you just say whatever you want. Rome is the most beautiful historic city in the world. Nothing local. Millions of locals live there. And why are Americans so stupid? You're stupid, dude. You probably never even left the UK, wherever you are, Mr. Punk. I'll call you by your last name, Punk. What do you mean? I travel way more than like the average American. I'm probably in like the top 1% of American travelers, you idiot. Yeah, you do need a hug. Jermaine visit Seychelles. Yeah, Seychelles is pretty dope. Yeah, I'm just gonna let him troll, dude. It'll make his ego feel better. Yeah, it looks like I am being trolled. Hey, so let's see. About to board to Italy as we speak prepares. Oh, that's what's up. You're on the way to Italy right now. Hey, is Seychelles Island, is it Muslim? Just trying to figure out if it a Muslim country. Because I just found out that the Maldives was Muslim. So that literally changed my whole thought of going there. Just because it's Muslim. Nothing against Muslims, but it's it's just the culture is different. Like I think Seychelles is Muslim. I don't know. It just trips me out to see people wearing like hoods all over their heads all the time. Like honestly, nothing about it. Especially on like a hot beach, you know. I live in Cali, but I'm on vacation. Beehive Drums, what up? I haven't seen you in the stream in a minute. It's funny how everyone gets butthurt if you just said something negative about their country. Oh, for real. Like if the thing is, no one says anything negative about Italy. Like I could literally make a whole YouTube video talking about Italy. Like I probably will, just because no one has. And I don't mean it in a bashful way. I mean in a real way. Like all the videos I've seen online basically has painted this picture as Rome is paradise on earth. And I was in Rome 3 days ago. It is far, far from paradise on earth. It's closer to hell on earth than paradise on earth. But is Rome expensive? Okay, so that's a good question. It's kind of hard to answer it because all the places that I went to were like touristy places, and of course, they're gonna jack up the prices in touristy places. This place I'm in now is not cheap at all. I think I spent $10 all day yesterday. Like that's like on par with like Asian countries, yo. How many countries have you been to? I think I've been to 37 countries. And your average American doesn't even have a passport. Yeah. I think I have to count. It's actually once you get past like 20 countries, it's hard to keep track. You gotta like write them shits down, you know. But this year I've been to 20 countries this year. I'm trying to go to 40 countries this year. That's my thing. And I know when people hear that, they're like, wow. But I'm also trying to go to 40 countries and go back and forth to the U.S. just as much. Like that's the key thing. I never tell people that because when people say, why do you go back and forth to the U.S.? Like, you must be balling. Well, actually, it doesn't cost that much. Like, it doesn't cost that much money to go back and forth to the U.S. Like, it doesn't. Like, people only think that it costs an arm and a leg, but that shit's, like, cheap, yo. I mean, it's almost cheaper to go, like, to the U.S. than it is to, like, go to, like, Egypt from here. And Egypt's just, like, right south, you know? I support my bro when he's traveling abroad, and it's really hard for us beyond America. So how you afford all this traveling? Your, I watched you and dude call. Oh, so I follow him too. Dude's interesting. He's been to like Iran recently. Um, I mean, people ask me that question all the time. How I afford to travel, dude? Just spend like roughly what I do is just take $2,000 and go somewhere, someplace that costs less than $2,000. Now remember, if I'm in San Francisco, it's gonna cost me at least 3,000 on the bare minimums. And I don't think I've ever spent $3,000 in San Francisco in a month. I've always spent like more than that, like $4,000 and higher. So for me to come to a place and I'm gonna spend $2,000 in a month, that's like cheap to me. Like even the UK was cheap, yo. Like yeah, even the UK was cheaper than freaking SF. So people always ask me that. And also like I don't have a car, I don't have a job, I don't have an apartment that I'm paying for, I don't have a girlfriend that I have to buy shit for all the time, and I'm probably not getting laid, you know? So that's another reason why I'm able to travel. Whoa, look at that. We're having a little dance party. When will you be in when will you be in NYC? I'll be there this fall. We'll have to meet up. So I'm gonna go back to the US at the end of the month, at the end of this month, and I'll probably stay in California for like a couple weeks. And then from California, I don't know, maybe I'll go back to, I don't know if I'll go back to New York or what, but I'll probably go back to New York. Because it's crazy, like I left a skateboard at Alex's house in New York. And I need to do a review video with that skateboard, so I'm gonna have to go back to New York. After traveling so much, how do you rate SF? So I still like SF a lot because it's easy to get around, like it's the place I know. Um, I don't know. I don't know how to answer that question. Who do you fly with? Tell us. Oh, Norwegian Air. Check out Norwegian Air. Traveling abroad is cheap, but the support is, yeah, support. What do you mean the support? So many flies, like, it's like 5 flies on me right now. So how do I plan my flights? On this trip, I did book one-way flights, but that was a mistake, yo, because it's high season. I should have just booked round trips. I don't think I'm gonna book open-ended flights anymore. I think I'm gonna book more round-trip flights, unless I'm going to like, I don't know. Maybe I still will book one-way flights. Just coming back, like, I don't know. It was a little tricky because if it being high season, like so many flights are sold out, and it just sucks when a flight's sold out. It's like, oh no, you're not getting on that flight. Bro, come to Kenya. It's cheap. It's paradise. I will. I'll get there. Has your opinion on home changed because you've traveled? Believe it or not, since I got to Italy, I've actually missed home more. When I was in the UK, I didn't even think about home. But just coming here, because, like, I'm gonna be real, Italy seems like a third world country. Like, it does. Like, I know it's not classified as one, but it seems like it. Like, it's really hot. Like, it's, I don't know. I'm probably pissing off some Italians, but oh well. It's just, that's just my opinion. I can say that. Home is anywhere you feel safe. Yeah, that's true. Do you ever consider getting a home base? If I would consider a home base, it would probably be outside of the US because the US is it's crazy expensive. I thought about making my home base Memphis, but if I make my home base Memphis, I don't really have a gateway to the outside world because flights are so expensive flying out of Memphis. And then Memphis is a cheap place to buy a house, but a lot of people that live there think Memphis is like super cheap. It's actually not super cheap. A lot of things there can kind of be expensive, like car insurance and owning a car and driving can get expensive. A lot of people spend more money on a car than they do a house in Tennessee or in Memphis. So that's not exactly a place I really want to be. I don't want to have to drive everywhere. I like public trans. I like walking. I like riding a bike. California is just too expensive. It's just it's too expensive. So if I would want to call a place a home base, it would be someplace that's outside of the U.S. Probably Thailand would be very high on that list. Maybe somewhere in Europe. I don't want to say, but maybe someplace in Europe would be on that list um, just because like it's cheaper to live, it's cheaper to get out. And in the Bay Area, it's cheaper to leave, but it's so expensive to live. In New York, it's expensive to live, and it's expensive to leave. In Memphis, it's expensive to leave. It's cheap to live there. Like, yeah, U.S. is a corporation. Yep, that's true. Come to Mexico City, hostels here are as cheap as $3 a day. Hella hot girls. Did you go to Italy? No, I did not take a boat. Gosh, these flies are so annoying, dude. They're like literally eating me alive. Yeah, London's an easy spot. London's a cool place because it's set up differently. Are you still trading? I'm trading every day, yo. Not really talking about trading as much. Cause I really not talking about trading because my app videos and my investing videos aren't doing good on this channel. Yeah, I put up a stash video and it's not doing good, and the Robinhood video is not doing good either. I've been doing a lot of short-term trading lately. Because the markets in the US are so high right now, yo. Like, really, how high can the stock market get? Like, it, Like this past couple of months have been so easy to make money in the stock market, like, cause it's just been going up and going up and going up and going up. Things have to correct soon. Like they have to correct soon. I'm gonna have to move because these flies are just like eating me alive. But guys, I definitely got a whole bunch of cool vlogs coming out for you guys. Okay, so Alaska's not cheap. Alaska's Alaska's very expensive actually. Things have to be shipped there from very far away, which makes Alaska a logistics nightmare, yo. Is it true that the government pays people to live in Alaska, or they give you like a check every year or something? Gosh, these flies are so freaking annoying. This has been my life, yo. Since I've been here, like I've noticed that like flies are so annoying, yo. Like literally, okay, you go to a restaurant. Most restaurants you can't like sit indoors because this is like an outdoor country, so everyone wants to be outdoors. Everyone wants to enjoy the heat. So you sit outside, and like, oh my gosh, I sit outside and flies just annoy me the whole time. Yeah, but like the Wi-Fi only works like outside in this common area, and the Wi-Fi only works like downstairs. It doesn't work in any of the rooms, which is so annoying. I'm definitely gonna give this place not so great of a rating because the Wi-Fi sucks. You pay equivalent of homeowner tax to live in Alaska. So yes, people do pay to live there. Spain. Maybe I didn't like Spain because I've been to so many other places that I like so much. I'm also not a big fan of France either. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end this stream because these flies are so annoying that I'm gonna have to like leave because like I'm so tired of flies touching me. So I'm gonna end the stream. South Africa later this year for sure. Oh my gosh, I just stepped in this really gross water on the ground. Hopefully I don't catch some like foot fungus or anything. Southern Spain is better. Maybe it's because I went by myself, you know. Maybe if I was with other people, I would have a really good time. But I went to Israel by myself and I had a blast. I went to the UK by myself, I had a blast. Maybe it's just the country. Maybe some countries just suck. Maybe some countries are just awesome. But anyway, I'm out. Like, I'm tired of fighting these freaking flies. Like, I'm invading on their land and they're taking it back from me. So anyway, I'm out. Peace out. Stay tuned for tomorrow. Stay tuned for today or tomorrow's video. And yeah, I'll be in Spain on that video. So anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and peace out, yo.